Hey guys, Hassan here, and these are the Power Rangers Megaforce mini battle ready figures right in front of you. I'm doing a review of these little mini figures, and so this is all of Series 1 that you see right here. So it's got the full Megaforce team right there, as well as a translucent red and a translucent Robo Knight, and then 4 Mighty Morphin Rangers there as well. So these Megaforce mini battle ready figures, these minifigures are all new. The Mighty Morphin ones were released in the 2010 toy line. Now I never got those, but now I have them, so I'll kind of show those off in this review as well. So they're definitely different style, as you'll see when I give a kind of a up close look at each of the figures. They're definitely a different style than the Megaforce ones, and personally I like the Megaforce ones a lot better. But we will take a look at all those in just a second. But first, here is the packaging. So this is what you get. This is Series 1 of Power Rangers Megaforce, the mini battle ready figures. So it shows the 6 Rangers and there's a question mark there. So each of these figures comes with a card. Now what's nice is the cards aren't necessarily random. Like if you get the Red Ranger, you're going to get the Red Ranger card. You know, you get the Blue Ranger, you get the Blue Ranger card. So that's nice, which it makes sense and that's good. But the actual figures themselves are random in this pack. This is a blind pack, so you don't know what figures that you're going to get when you buy this. However, a huge thank you to Ranger Crew for getting a whole case of these figures, and he figured out the codes. And I'll show you in just a second how to figure out. You can look at codes on the packaging to figure out which figure is in there. So there's 24 in a whole case, but only 12 of them, there's 12 figures here, are unique, and then the other 12 are duplicates of some of these. So that's really nice that there's actually codes that you can kind of find, and you're able to only get 12 figures instead of 24 to try and figure that out. But anyways, so it opens up, and the figure and the card and everything are, you know, in the packaging like so. And the back shows basically, it says collect them all. It shows the 6 Megaforce Rangers as well as the translucent red and Robo Knight. And it shows Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and it's got the Power Rangers 20 logo there. And it's got the different Rangers there. It says Mighty Morphin ultra rare figures. So apparently they're ultra rare, even though they were already released in the 2010 toy line, and they're not that rare. I don't know, but yay, marketing. So there's that. And so this is Series 1, so one would think then that Series 2, maybe they'll have like the Ultra Mode versions of the Rangers, maybe some Megazords or something. I mean, we'll probably get the rest of the Mighty Morphin Rangers, maybe some other figures, who knows. But that's pretty sweet. So there's the UPC there. That's the same for all of the figures. But if you want to figure it out, now RangerCrew.com, they have, well, I can't remember the exact website. Megaforcecast.com is kind of his Megaforce website. I'm sure there's a news link there that kind of has a link to that page where he has the codes. But you don't really need like the list of codes necessarily. But he found out that, let me see if I can get an up-close shot on the camera. This might be really hard to do. Try and focus in on that. So you can maybe sort of see in the reflection right there, sort of, at the bottom, that there's some printed numbers there. It's really hard to read, and it is in, like, even looking at the package itself, it's kind of hard to read. Yeah, you really can't see it in the camera. But there's some numbers there, right there, and so I just looked at, like, the last 5 digits, and this was kind of really hard to do, but, like, this one I think says 32112. Probably can't see that at all on the camera. But anyways, so I looked at that code, and I was able to get 12 different codes out of it, and then the rest happened to be, you know, duplicate codes. So I picked up those 12, and I happened to get the whole set. So that'll kind of work out. Just look for the last 4 or 5 digits and try and figure that out. So there's the packaging. That's really all there is to it. And it comes with, each of them also comes with a little checklist in there. So the checklist, well, on this side just shows just some standard Bandai stuff. But then this side shows the actual checklist. So there's Series 1, and so it shows the Rangers and the cards. You get Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, etc., etc. So all their cards. You have the translucent ones, and those right there. I really don't know why they grade them out, or like shadow them out, because it shows the card, it shows the name of the Ranger. You obviously know what you're getting. And there's a card scanner app advertisement there. So that's that right there. So each of the cards comes with that little checklist as well. Oops. And they each come with cards. So we have this one comes with Megaforce Red. So P61. So I'll take a look at these in the Gosei Morpher and the card scanner app as well, but I'll save that for the end because some people might want to see the figures, so I'll focus on those first. But here's I'll at least show the cards, what they look like. So there's P61 comes with Megaforce Red, and actually, you know what? Then Translucent Megaforce Red comes with P87. But what's interesting about these is same design and everything, but well, I mean, in terms of the Red Ranger, but the background of the card is different. I think basically everything about the card is the same. The Gosei Morpher barcode, the card scanner app barcode looks the same, I think. No? No, actually it's not. I didn't really test this out, so I guess not. I was wrong, sorry. But they are different card numbers, so they are different cards, so I guess that's why they have different clips. But the design of the Ranger is the same, just different backgrounds. So here's the regular red, and here's translucent red. And actually, what's really interesting is they have a 6-pack of just the 6, Megaforce Rangers that you see up front, the 5 and then Robo Knight. And they have a 6-pack of that comes with this Red Ranger card, same number, same, everything's the exact same, except it says Megaforce Red. So that's a little different. So if you really care about, little variants like that, you might want to, go for the set, although everything else is the exact same. Same number, everything exact same. So there's that. Then you have the regular Robo Knight, so P127, and the translucent Robo Knight, P128. So I'll get the translucents out of the way. You can kind of see the comparison there. And the translucent guy, he keeps falling over. So that's kind of annoying. So there's that card. So again, different card numbers and everything. This guy just doesn't want to, you know what, who cares? He doesn't want to stay up, so he can lie down. So there's that. So I'll move those out of the way. Then we have P110, Megaforce Blue. P108, Megaforce Black. P111, Yellow Megaforce Ranger. So another thing that people have been noticing is sometimes, like if you get the Yellow Ranger with the card, it might say Yellow Megaforce Ranger. Sometimes it might say Megaforce Yellow. So there are actually variants between those. Like I don't know why they have that. That kind of annoys me to not have that consistency. But I'm not going to be trying to collect every little version of the cards. At least if I have one of, the number. But Megaforce Pink. So it's a little weird having Megaforce, whatever color, and then that one kind of stands out. But nothing you can really do about that, I guess. And then the Mighty Morphin ones. You have some Mighty Morphin cards, which is cool. Red Mighty Morphin Ranger is P118. P119 is Black Mighty Morphin Ranger. P124 is Pink Mighty Morphin Ranger. And P121 is Lord Zed, the first villain card that I have. So it's also nice that they have these cards basically in the style of the minifigures as well. So you can kind of, see that there. That's pretty sweet that they have that. So I'll take a look at these cards and the sounds they make in the Gosei Morpher and the card scanner app clips and stuff in just a second. But first, the figures. So let's focus on these. And let's take a look at them one by one. So I'll kind of move them all out of the way. And first, focus on Megaforce Red. So all these figures, at least the Megaforce ones, have little to no articulation. They're not really meant to have any articulation, I guess. But they look kind of nice, this little stylized thing. I think they look really cool. If they have any articulation, it might be like the hands might rotate around like this one does, although that might just be because the hand can easily kind of come off, at least on this figure. So I don't know if it's really supposed to do that, but like the hand with the dragon sword kind of shifts a teeny bit, but the helmets do not move at all. But yeah, I mean, overall, this thing just looks really cool. This was the first one that I opened up, and I kind of was playing around with it for a bit the other day, just, kind of displaying it on my desk and stuff. But and again, I love the helmet design, awesome stuff with these suits. So yeah, that's Megaforce Red, and it kind of, looks really cool, just kind of standing there. So there's that, and then the translucent Megaforce Red, same exact thing, just obviously translucent, which I'm not a big fan of these translucent things, because sometimes it's just kind of like you can't really even tell what it is unless you look up close. Like, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure some people care about them. I'm not big on the translucent stuff. Yeah, so there's that. And this one has a hard time standing up. I don't know why this one does, whereas the regular one doesn't. They're the same thing. Oh, now it is, because I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. So then we have Megaforce Blue. Also looks pretty cool. He has his shark crossbow there. Or no, shark bowgun. Not crossbow, what am I saying? So they all have codes on their boots, which is kind of annoying, but at least it's on the back, so you're going to be displaying them like this, you won't see that. Helmets look pretty sweet as well. So yeah, and you can kind of, tilt it around a little bit, that hand. This hand doesn't, though. And that's about it. Then we have Megaforce Black. Also looks pretty sweet. There's a snake on the side. And you can kind of rotate around the axe in the hand as well. And you can actually take it out, too, if you wanted. So there's a little axe. Yeah. So that's it for him. We have Megaforce Yellow. So there's that design. Now this one doesn't really have any articulation at all. It just kind of does that pose. So that's all there is to that, but it still looks kind of cool. And oops, Megaforce Pink. So again, cool helmet design, and there's a little pose that they have there for the Pink Ranger. This can kind of tilt a teeny bit in the hand, but not much. Again, it's not really meant for articulation. It's just meant to be displayed. So there's that. And I'll kind of just set these up randomly as I go. So again, overall, these figures are actually really cool looking. I'm pretty happy with them. And next up, we have Robo Knight. He actually looks really cool. He's one of my favorites. Either him or Megaforce Red, I think it's probably one of my favorites. I think him because I really like the silver paint looks kind of nice and shiny. The gold, too, especially, is kind of nice, actually. It just looks really cool. His design just looks nice, and in mini stylized form, it looks pretty sweet. Now, the weapons can get kind of bent up, which is a bit annoying, but there's that. And in terms of articulation, he can move this hand up and down a teeny bit, like that much, I guess. So you can kind of see the little lion design on the chest, too, which they actually, oh yeah, they can even colored his eyes green and stuff, too, which is nice. So that's some nice attention to detail there on that figure. And this arm can also move forward and back, too. So I like it. I like the Robo Knight. And then you have this translucent Robo Knight, which I like this better than the translucent red, because with the red, it just looks a little odd to me. At least this, you can kind of make out the shape, and you can sort of see the stuff. I still am not as big of a fan of this as I am, obviously, the normal one, because this just seems like they took the figure and it's without any paint. But it still looks slightly, cool, I guess. Just the design of the figure looks cool. So there you have it. Robo Knight and the translucent Robo Knight. So those are sweet. Now we have the Mighty Morphin figures. So these are quite different. So here's the Mighty Morphin Red. So these were from the 2010 toy line. And actually, if you take a look at the boots there, like it says 2009. So this is, they basically took these straight from the 2010 toy line. No changes at all. These are those exact figures. So obviously, if we compare Megaforce Red and this, you'll see big difference in style there. These have like bigger bodies slightly. I mean, the hands and boots are greatly like exaggerated there. So it just doesn't look as cool to me, having those big random boots and hands. Like it's just kind of abnormal looking. It's a little weird. So he can kind of stand there like that. And so these have slightly more articulation. All the helmets can rotate around. And then this hand can rotate around completely like so. So that's at least kind of nice to have that, so you can kind of pose them, sword ready or forward or whichever way you want to do that. So at least you have that, which is kind of nice. But it does kind of feel like it would have been nice to maybe paint like the Morpher a little, give a bit more paint on maybe the hands or the boots or something, because all these other ones have some nice paint detail, the Megaforce ones. But again, they just took the old figures and kind of stuck them in the packs as some other stuff, I guess, to fill in the spaces and ways to sell cards too. So there's the Red Ranger there. We have Mighty Morphin Black, again, with the weird, abnormal boots and hands and everything. This does rotate around, like so, the helmet as well. So there's that. And, yeah. Not much more with that figure. Again, I prefer the Megaforce ones, but it's nice that we're at least getting these. The Pink Ranger one is probably, out of the 3 Mighty Morphin Rangers, one of my favorites. The boots are kind of odd, of course, but I like that, you know, it just looks kind of neat, you know, sort of in this pose, I guess. You can rotate the helmet as well, but because this arm can't be moved forward or back, it doesn't have the full range. This can be... Oh, actually, well, maybe you could. I don't know. Sort of. You can kind of rotate this around a bit, like the hand, and this can be moved up and down like so. So this kind of looks neat, this little pose here, but still nothing that special. But there's Mighty Morphin Pink. And Lord Zed. Actually, out of the Mighty Morphin ones, this is probably my favorite out of the Mighty Morphin because it doesn't look as odd. I mean, he still has the big hands and boots, but it kind of looks really neat, I guess, in this design. And it's always nice to have villain figures, too, as well. So this can kind of rotate around as well. And this arm, too. So, and the head rotates around. Although not completely, because his big chin doesn't let him move around as much. But there's Lord Zed. So this is the set of the minifigures. All 12 in Series 1. I really like the Megaforce ones. I think just if you take the Megaforce ones by themselves, they look really cool. Like if we try and hide away, you know, let's try and pretend like the other ones aren't there. That looks pretty sweet. You know, that's a cool team right there. I think that looks cool. So I'm a big fan of the Megaforce ones. And the Mighty Morphin ones, while they're not as great, it's nice that they came with cards. I definitely like that. That definitely makes me want to buy them to collect them and get the cards. So now that I've taken a look at the figures, that's that. I would definitely recommend, if you're going to get the figures, like if you just want the Megaforce ones, if you don't care about the cards, buy the 6-pack. You're going to get the 6 Megaforce Rangers all in a pack. You get 1 card with it, but if you don't care about the cards, definitely get a 6-pack. If you want the cards, then get the 12, all 12 of these, but look at the codes that Ranger Crew put up, and huge thank you again to Ranger Crew for doing that. That's definitely a big help. But now we'll take these figures out of the way, and let's take a look at the cards. So if all you cared about was the figures, you can probably stop watching now, but I want to quickly go through the cards in the Ghost Morpher and the Card Scanner app. So this is going to be a long video, but people want it, so I like to be detail-oriented and show all this stuff off. Now, once the actual card game series releases, I will not be going through every single card and doing this. That's just going to be too crazy, but for now at least, let's do this. So here's P61 Megaforce, Red Megaforce Ranger. It comes with a regular Megaforce Red. Says the same thing that the translucent red card says, Megaforce Red, so we're not going to bother with that. This one is obviously going to say Megaforce Blue. Okay. And again, Power Rangers Megaforce premieres this Saturday at 1 o'clock on Nickelodeon. Definitely check that out. There's some preview clips out already, and it looks pretty awesome. So I went through all the different colors, and now we have Robo Knight. And the translucent Robo Knight says the same thing. But now we have the Mighty Morphin ones. So here's Mighty Morphin Red. Mighty Morphin. Oops, the black one. Mighty Morphin pink. And probably the most interesting one of them all, Lord Zed. So it does not say his name, it actually just makes a sound effect. Which I believe the Vrak and Lugi cards might also make the same sound effect from Megaforce, but I'm not sure. But here's the Lord Zed card. So that's interesting. I'm guessing all the villains will make that sound, whatever that sound is. But those are all the sounds from the Gosei Morpher. So now let's take a look at the Card Scanner app, which the Card Scanner app has been updated for Android devices. So if you have an Android device, you can update it, and now the music with the Megaforce cards is actually the Megaforce theme song. So that's nice, but they haven't updated the iOS version yet. So once they do, you know, I'll show that off and everything. But let's take a look at the clips here. So this is P61 Red Megaforce Ranger. So they're using the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie music, but it'll use the Megaforce theme when they update it. Here's the translucent red card that it comes with, the P87. So you do get a different clip there, which is nice. Alright, here's P110 Megaforce Blue. Ooh, that was fast. Using the shark bowgun to blast some loogies. Alright, Megaforce Black, P108. It read that blue card pretty fast. Now this one, taking its time. You gotta be like exact with these things sometimes, and other times. There we go. Reproduction of the animation failed. Oh, is this one of those cards that's bugged? Because there's certain cards, clips that are broken, so maybe this is one of those. Let's try it one more time. Yep, so this is one of the ones that's broken. Sorry about that. Oh well. Probably nothing too crazy. You can also check out all the clips on megaforcecast.com as well, so check those out. So now, the yellow Megaforce Ranger, P111. Okay. Megaforce Pink, P126. That was fast. I didn't even have to line up the barcode for that one. So I guess all the clips are focusing on the Rangers using their weapons there. And here's Robo Knights. Alright, and translucent Robo Knight. Okay. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know if that was the same clip or not. Sorry. P118 Mighty Morphin Red. That was pretty sweet. That's the fact that I like about the cards, that you can have all these different clips with Rangers from all different seasons. Like, that was pretty awesome. There's Mighty Morphin Black, P119. Pretty sweet. Alright, P124, Mighty Morphin Pink. Pretty sweet. And last but not least, Lord Zed, P121. And I believe this will actually show clips from the show, not an animation.
It doesn't matter what happens to me, Zed. Kimberly and I may not get out of here, but you'll never be allowed to win.
Not much of Zed in that clip, but Zed beating up the White Ranger. So there's that. So those are the cards that it comes with, the minifigures. So there they are. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Let me know if you guys have any questions, but that's about it for Series 1 of the Megaforce Mini Battle Ready figures. As more series come out, I will be getting those. But that's about it for now, and I will be adding the cards to my ongoing collection of Megaforce cards as well. So I kind of started up a little binder with cards and stuff there. So there's that. So post any questions if you guys have them in the comments below. And that's about it. Check out Megaforce this Saturday on Nickelodeon at 1 p.m. Go Megaforce.